The story of Brandon Lee's death is one of Hollywood's most enduring and tragic tales. It's a story so bizarre, so filled with unbelievable coincidences, that it has fueled whispers of a family curse for decades. But what really happened on that fateful night in 1993? Let's uncover the full, shocking truth. It was March 31st, 1993, on the set of the gothic superhero film, The Crow. The production was nearing its end, filming one of the final, most climactic scenes. In this scene, Brandon Lee's character, Eric Draven, is shot by another character, Funboy, played by actor Michael Macy. The prop gun, a .44 Magnum revolver, was supposed to fire a blank cartridge, a common practice in filmmaking to create the flash and sound of a real gunshot without a projectile. But something went horribly wrong. When the gun fired, Brandon Lee collapsed. At first, the crew thought he was still acting, still in character. But the reality was far more horrifying. A projectile had struck him in the abdomen, causing catastrophic internal injuries. He was rushed to the hospital, but after hours of surgery, and despite receiving over 60 pints of blood, Brandon Lee died. He was only 28 years old. So how could a gun loaded with a blank possibly fire a deadly projectile? The investigation that followed pieced together a chain of events so improbable it sounds like a movie plot itself. It all started days earlier, during the filming of a different scene. The crew needed a close-up shot of the revolver cylinder being loaded with bullets. For this, they used what are called dummy rounds. These look identical to real bullets, with a case, a primer, and a bullet tip, but they contain no gunpowder. They're meant to be completely inert. However, the props department, instead of buying commercially made dummy rounds, decided to create their own to save time. They took live rounds, pulled the bullets, dumped the gunpowder, and then reinserted the bullets. But here's the first critical mistake. They didn't deactivate the primers at the base of the cartridge. During that close-up shot, someone on set apparently pulled the trigger of the revolver. The hammer struck the live primer, without any gunpowder, to create a massive explosion. The primer's small charge was just strong enough to do one thing. It quietly dislodged the bullet tip from its casing and pushed it partway down the barrel of the gun. No one noticed. The pop would have been minuscule, easily missed on a busy film set. The gun was then put away, with a deadly metal fragment secretly lodged deep inside its barrel. Now, we fast forward to the night of the fatal scene. The same gun was brought back out. This time it needed to be fired, so it was loaded with a blank cartridge. Blanks contain gunpowder but no bullet, designed to create a bang and a muzzle flash. The crew performed a visual check, but they were looking for a full obstruction, like a cleaning rod left in the barrel. They weren't looking for a small bullet tip lodged deep inside, and they didn't have the proper tools to check for it. The cameras rolled. Michael Massey, following the script, aimed the gun at Brandon Lee from about 15 feet away and pulled the trigger. The explosion from the blank cartridge was immense, far more powerful than the tiny primer pop from days before. This explosion acted like a powerful cannon charge, blasting the hidden bullet fragment out of the barrel with the force and speed of a live round. That fragment is what struck Brandon Lee, ending his life. The aftermath was devastating. The district attorney ruled the death a result of negligence with no evidence of foul play. No criminal charges were filed. The tragedy immediately drew parallels to the mysterious death of his father, the legendary Bruce Lee, 20 years earlier, cementing the idea of a Lee family curse in the public imagination. Brandon Lee's death wasn't a curse. It was a preventable accident caused by a series of mistakes and a disregard for proper safety protocols. His death sent shockwaves through the film industry, leading to significant and long overdue reforms in how firearms are handled on set. The rules became much stricter, demanding that real firearms be treated with extreme caution and that only qualified licensed armorers handle them. The practice of making custom dummy rounds on set was largely abandoned. The Crow was eventually completed using a stunt double and early digital effects to finish Brandon's remaining scenes. It was released a year later and became a cult classic. Poignant and powerful final performance dedicated to Brandon and his fiancée, Eliza Hutton. It stands as a haunting tribute to a promising star whose life was cut tragically short by a one-in-a-million accident that should never have happened. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the real stories behind the headlines. Follow us for more updates.